The fist.
Right off the bat, the man who is wailing on me, well, he's my dad. I know what you are thinking. Why is he giving his son such a beating, and he is casually just taking it? To be honest, they don't even hurt. Hell, it just feels like a gust of air blowing through my body. Wait, hold on, let me bring you up to speed. A long time ago, in a planet far away called Jatrax, my father, Vlaran, was born to a mighty warrior race which craved combat. But he was extraordinarily weak to be a Jatraxian and was constantly being picked on. That all changed when he became 16. It is custom that when all Jatraxian become of that age, they are visited by the almighty wishing cloud that will grant one wish for the person. The catch, when it comes to granting a wish, is that the outcome would have to be a positive one with a negative drawback. But that did not matter, for he was tired of being the weakest. Valerian got on his knees and pleaded,
I wish to be the strongest there is in the universe. There was only one person ever able to beat me.
With his newfound strength, he quickly slaughtered all that picked on him, and when others tried to restrain him, they quickly met their end. Within a week of the intense carnage, Valerian was the only one alive.
having murdered everyone, he flew to a distant planet to start a new life. His pod crash landed on Earth in a small patch of land that had no roaming animals nearby. It did not take long for enemies to rear their ugly heads. Within a few months, he was fighting various villains that wished to conquer the planet. After saving the Earth countless times, the people saw Valerian, a hero, and celebrated his existence with numerous parades throughout the years. Shortly after, I was born. My life was fairly simple until I reached 6 years old. My dad took me from my mom's arms and left me in the hands of one of his greatest enemies turned friend. The guy didn't even stick around to train me. He just went off to fight some worthy foe. The training was brutal, but within a year, I got some of the basics of the martial arts down. I even learned how to fly. That changed when a sudden threat of the evil alien named Brigor came. He easily massacred the world's greatest martial artist and my teacher, leaving me to be the last one to defend the planet. As I was coughing up blood, the evil alien overlord stood before me. "It was nice knowing you, boy," and raised up his arms, running his hands into fists. But before he landed the blow, my father came and tore him in half like paper. I was in a lot of pain, but I was glad he made it out to save the day. Thanks, Dad.
Did you just call me Dad?
Come on, Dad. Don't you recognize me?
No, nor do I care. In fact, if you are this weak, then I don't want you to be mine,
He said while his upper lip turned in disgust. And with that, he left to fight once more. I quickly recovered both those words. Hearing that from your own father? Well, that made me want to train even harder. And so, the next 8 years, I trained like hell on Earth, learning techniques that would surpass human limitations. It's on my 16th birthday I was approached by the same cloud that granted my father the wish. It all happened a little bit too quickly. At first, I thought that a hurricane was coming in fast, but when a mouth and two shiny yellow eyes formed within the fluffy purple cloud, I knew it was something else. He explained my father's history and that I wasn't even entirely human, Well, I am 50% that and 50% Jack Straxian. After telling me my father's history, he asked me one simple question.
Now that you know of your heritage, what is your wish?
I want to be the strongest there is in the universe. And if my dad dies, then I will lose all my power.
Wish granted.
Having said that, the cloud vanished, and the next couple of months were very interesting. Invaders came and I tore them apart without a problem. After a few months of defending the Earth, I received an unexpected surprise. My father, staying there, just as I remembered him. Immediately, tears began welling up, and I wanted to hug him. I didn't even take 3 steps for him to start attacking me. Naturally, my reflexes kicked in, and I was able to dodge every fist and kick thrown at me. Dad, what are you doing?
After all these years, I have finally found a worthy adversary. I heard of your achievements throughout the galaxy,
He said with a crazed look. Don't you recognize me? I am your son!
I don't give a fuck if you're my son or not, as long as I fight someone worthy of my strength.
But that isn't even your own strength. You just wish to become the strongest there is.
Shut up and fight me.
For the next couple hours, I defended myself against his fury of punches and kicks. There was only so much I could dodge before he landed a clean shot. Much to my surprise, it didn't even hurt. In fact, it felt like a gust of air was blowing past me. He landed a few more hits, but they didn't do nothing. With that, I gave up all attempts of dodging, and he continued to pummel me. Now that I brought you up to speed, you'd think he would have given up after a few hours, but no. This shit lasted for years, and 24/7. While I was getting my coffee, while I was shopping for groceries, he was always there throwing hands. I mean, at first it was troublesome, like knowing that your dad's like trying to kill you and all, but within like 2 years, it's like a giant meh. But whatever. Today I'm just flying through the air on patrol when something so bright came out of nowhere and blinded us. Out came a dome-headed man with sweet-looking golden shoulder pads and an expensive-looking cloth. He looked at me and said,
Dude, want me to get rid of this asshole for you?
You mean my dad? Oh, no. I'm used to it by now. My dad got a surprised look across his face, which twisted into an evil grin.
You said that you can get rid of me? How interesting. Could you be possibly stronger than the one I'm fighting right now?
Well, being the one that created everyone in the multiverse, I should be.
Multiverse. So, there are others like him?
Yes?
Excellent. How about a tournament to determine which universe is strongest? Loser's universe gets obliterated.
We both looked at my dad in shock. He is insane.
No. That idea is so stupid. First of all, you are willing to risk your own universe's safety in order to satisfy your bloodlust and challenge me, the supreme being that made you from nothing?
You bet on it.
With that, my dad lunged forward to fight the supreme cosmic being. Finally, I have had enough. With a simple swipe of my palm, I took my father's head clean off and sent it flying miles away. Shut the fuck up. Blood sprayed across the sky like a fountain, and the corpse was falling towards the earth. I felt my own power slipping away, slowly as I floated down onto a rooftop. The Supreme Being was already there, waiting patiently for me to land.
So, what do you want to do now that he's out of the picture? I mean, you can't stay here. Once people discover what you did, then they would resent and hunt you down.
Yeah. You did say that there are other universes out there, right?
I did?
Can you take me to Blender one? No superpowers, please.
You got it.
And with the brilliant flash of light, they were instantly transported into another multiverse. It has been 2 years since that incident. I am now 25, I have my own place and work as a software developer. Well, try to become one. Even though I am in another universe, it still bothers me that there is one out there that inhabits a father like mine, that loves nothing to do but to fight, to the point where he blindly leaves his family to go train or fight his own son, and even challenge a cosmic being and suggest things like a tournament in which the loser's universe is gonna be destroyed. Sounds like a complete asshole to me. I seem to have wandered into the manga section. Huh. What is this? Dragon Ball Z? Yeah, that's my thought on Goku, you know. Not a really well written character, my least favorite. But yeah, feel free to change my mind, you know, just talk to me directly on the comment section below. Yeah, but thank you a lot for listening to my video, and I'm sure gonna be working on other projects now that the epidemic is up in the air. Be sure to subscribe and like, you know, all that jazz. And as always, peace out. Bye!